All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the redesigned set. Welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to NXT. Welcome to Marked by Wrestling. I am your host, and tonight we're going to be watching NXT right off the heels, fresh off the heels of the Great American Bash from Sunday night. And we've got ourselves an interesting card already ready to go. And I'm sure we'll probably hear from Kendal Gray, the new NXT Women's Champion. Has Tony D'Angelo found his other eyeball? We'll have to wait and see. Does Saquon Sugars have anything going on after winning his match but getting beat down by Dark State afterwards? There's a lot to consider. And we're then nowing and forevering. And we'll see what the future holds. We're getting the recap, of course, the recap of Great American Bash. Also, Hank from Hank and Tank attacked by Keanu Carver over the weekend as well in the outdoor party. Of course, the Ren QCC both holding gold now. Should be a lot of fun. So we're getting the recap of Saquon and Dion first. Good to see you guys. As always, those who've already dropped in early. Tyrell, good to see you. Dossie and George, good to see you as well. As we're going to make our way through NXT. Thought it was too soon for Kendal. Yeah, Kendall's got some shoes to fill, that's for sure. I'm okay with Kendal being champion, but, Lola was doing just fine before moving the title offer. So we'll have to see what Kendal brings to the table as the new champion. And will they pivot over to Kalani right away? I mean, not as champion, but as her first challenger, you figure? We'll see. Tristan and Shiloh here as well. What a weird match that was. Shiloh Hill conquers Tristan Angels. There's Tony D and Naraku. I feel for Naraku. I mean, he had such a advantage in this match, only to still lose. Is quite something.
Women's Championship on the line as one of the Bucks defends against Kendal Gray. The wrestling world has been waiting for this rematch. The two biggest crossover athletes in NXT history.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they give us a solid follow-up on Lola Vice. But we have some matches already booked for tonight. Hello, Nico. Good to see you tonight. Vikingo defending the AAA Latin American title on NXT tonight against EK Prosper, Mason Rook versus Jackson Drake, Jaida Parker versus Karmen Petrovic, and also Vanity Project defending against Hijo, Wagner, and Galeno, I believe, his tag partner. I can't see them taking the belt off of Kendal quickly, but we'll see. We'll see who starts off the show. Galeno. What's up, Lockwood? Thank you for it's his brother. I knew they were related. I wasn't sure if it was what it was here. All right. Rank QCC. Interesting. Ren relents and sends Kendal out. Sends Kendal out to have her opening segment by herself. She seems to just defer, but interestingly enough. What's up, Sophie Dophie? Yeah, so we've got a new backdrop here. We've actually had it in the house for quite some time, even when I launched the channel. But if you guys remember, my initial backdrop were windows in the house. So we were already using the curtains, so there was no reason to take the backdrop out. But when we moved into the new room, it was time to put it up. So this is kind of the set as it was always intended. So there we go. Thanks, Nico. Appreciate you. Hey, Booker's back. Booker's back, everybody. Does he have an explanation? Interestingly enough, okay, listen, I don't want to overthink this, but Vic asked where he was, and Booker just kind of shot him down. There has been no reference as to why Booker's been gone. Is there more going on, or did maybe he just need some discretion to have some time off for real, for real? I don't know. We'll see. Here's the You Deserve It chance.
More nervous coming out here, talking to you guys than I was wrestling in the main event this past Sunday.
Oh, Nico, man. Yeah, I got to get some Hurricanes merch eventually. It's not really in the budget right now, but for sure, even a coffee mug or something to celebrate the Canes, man. Super happy that they took home the Stanley Cup.
So please bear with me, okay? Ever since John Cena picked me to be an Iron Survivor, my life's been crazy. All these opportunities that I honestly didn't even know that I was ready for. And I honestly didn't know that I was ready for. And I heard the people, I heard the expectations, and it put a lot of pressure on me. But no one puts pressure on me like me. And it's been like that since I was a young girl.
It does feel like the belt is smaller, George. Like they gave her a kid's replica or something.
I mean, I was dominated on the wrestling mats. And it evolved. Come on, let's be honest. I ran through that division. But since I came to NXT, even though I held my own, every time I came close to this championship.
What's up, last name? Good to see you.
And I had to deal with the self-doubt. I had to deal with the voices in my head. Asking me if I was ready for this. If I belonged here. If I could hang with the NXT women's division. But this Sunday, I got my answer. And this title proves it.
So good on Kendal. Kendal might be the best women's wrestler in NXT. She absolutely needs a few more reps and promos, though.
With her designer dresses, her heels being all glammed up. And I thought to myself in that moment, that's what a champion looks like. But that's not me. That's not my style. I mean, I can't even sit in the makeup chair more than 5 minutes without going crazy. And to be honest with you guys, I wipe off half the makeup they put on me before I come out here every time.
I don't know what Kendall's out here talking about makeup. But
I'm probably not going to be comfortable dressing up like a party. Thank you. I don't need to. And I probably will be nervous as hell.
oh, she's far better than Izzy Lockwood. Far better. Don't mistake me by saying her promos could use improvement, that I just don't want to hear her. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Kendall's still young. You know, she's so good. once the bell rings, I think we tend to forget that she's still learning. Like, she just kind of got there officially from Evolve not very long ago.
Thrive under pressure. Thrive in the competition. And when you step in the ring with Kendal Gray, it's my match. It's my tempo. It's my pace. And all the other girls in the locker room right now, sooner or later, are going to find out that they just can't keep up with Kendal.
Okay, who's here now to interrupt? Oh, Ren's here with a cake. Cakes and wrestling rings never seem to end well. I'm a little nervous she brought a cake because anytime cake is involved in a wrestling promo segment, a fight breaks out.
I wanted to let you have your moment on cue because you deserve it. But last week, you had a vision. And guess what? It came true. We both walked out of the Great American Bash as champions. And
Me too, Shimonica.
you had the perfect idea for how we can celebrate.
Let's all say a little prayer that the Rank QCC makes it through this
You let your
segment.
for the 2 champs bringing home gold for the Ren QCC.
I know she's wearing all black and Kendall's wearing all white. Okay, here comes. Okay. Kalani's here, everybody. Kalani's here. It's fine. We have a heel in the segment now. Thank you, Kalani.
Actually gonna come out here eating and celebrate because you finally won after getting opportunity after opportunity. Must be nice. So how about this? How about you give me the chance that
I've never been happier to see Kalani Jordan right now.
Championship. Because after everything that I've done, everything that I've accomplished, I didn't even get a match on the bash. Instead, I was viciously assaulted by a lunatic just for speaking.
Oh, speaking of vicious assault, say her name and she appears. Tatum Paxley. I'm so glad to hear Booker on commentary again. Nobody brings his energy. And they're just eating the cake. That might have been the first babyface cake segment I've ever seen in my decades of watching wrestling. Whew. Thank goodness. You know, I know Tatum's been rumored for a call-up. Even a couple of weeks ago, she allegedly was saying goodbye to the crowd. What's going on backstage? Keanu Carver. Oh, he just attacked Vikingo, saying EK's not getting a title match. Interesting. Well, you know, that opening segment, Kendal is still working on her promo skills. And on top of that, I will say narratively, we didn't get a lot of advancement than what we already knew, that Kalani is still in the mix. Tatum is in the mix with Kalani now, which that happened Sunday at the Bash. But I'm just happy that Ren and Kendal are still friends. Now, I will say this. Tatum, after seeing some of the promos for Lyra Valkyria, now that she's turned heel, Tatum, that would be a good place for Tatum to go, is to buddy up with Lyra if she is being called up soon, because it looks like Lyra is kind of channeling a little bit of Tatum-ish personality. So maybe that'll go somewhere. We'll see. How do I feel about the next NXT PLE going up against AEW? I don't care, Sophie Duffy. I don't care what AEW does. I think we talked about that a little bit during either Night of Champions or Great American Bash. I don't quite remember. But I'd said at one point, I don't think AEW and NXT going head to head is going to hurt either one of them anymore. I think their audiences are so distinct from one another for the most part that people who are going to watch AEW are going to watch AEW. And so, like, good on you. And I ain't going to be one of them. But I think they're really stagnant as a fan base, but the fan base they have is like super into them. So, which makes sense because they're kind of this sounds condescending. I don't mean it condescending, but they're like a super indie, right? Just the kind of product they put on, the way they are really just more about having 5-star matches than 5-star stories, all kinds of things. So it feels very indie-ish. And you know what? There's an audience for that. It's not a very big one, but they do have one. Let's see. And Ren and Kendal, which one loses their title, George? I think Ren loses a title before Kendal does. I honestly do think I don't necessarily want niche Dossie. And it's really hard when wrestling itself, everything behind me and everything we're watching is niche in the first place. It's like it's nicheception, if you will. It is niche within a niche. It is a Russian doll set of niche stuff is AEW. Nevertheless, I think I don't really want to see Ren turn heel, but I feel like Ren versus Kendal has got to be on the menu for Kendall's title reign at some point. Talk about a good in-ring match. Those two would burn it down because they're both so well adept. But yeah, I think Ren loses her title before Kendal does. What do I feel about Brock versus Oba inside Hell in the Cell? I will get to that tonight. As a matter of fact, last name, I'm going to star your comment. We're going to come back to that when I know I've got time to talk.
Tatum wouldn't have Tatum, the Tatum Paxley that I mean, was starting to sound a little bit desperate now that the cone's full. Actually, the cone is at full strength.
Zarya and Izzy.
You just don't understand what you're saying right now.
Lizzie Rain. Got to be Lizzie Rain.
Did you see that?
No, because I just had to cancel a Latin American Championship match, and I'm looking for Keanu.
I don't care. That little freak Tatum is completely unhinged. What do you mean what happened? She attacked me. I went up there to talk to Kendall, and then she's supposed to pop up out of nowhere.
I'm over it with you two. You want Tatum so bad tonight? You two in the main event.
There we go. Tatum and Kalani, main event.
EK beat you, but now the match is off. But you want to know what match is on? You versus EK tonight.
Mm-mm-mm.
Karmen needs to be stopped. That punishment. What the hell? You don't like this?
All right. Time for a tag title match. Here comes Galeno and Dr. Wagner.
General manager. And cancel a championship match? I mean, you were general manager once. Somebody said fired right there. Big deal. Couldn't be on that.
Yeah, so Oba and Brock going Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. I don't know. First of all, it is the single biggest money match WWE could put on right now. So all's fair there. So the match itself is going to blow the doors off of the building. And frankly, and you're rarely going to hear me say this because I've always been like, the title match, the world title should always be the last match of the show. But Oba and Brock 3 in Hell in a Cell absolutely should be the night two main event of SummerSlam. Like, there will not be a bigger match on the card than that. Now, all that to say, I'm very confused at how they got there. And like, I don't mind Oba winning King of the Ring and Oba telling Adam Pearce the title shot will still be there when I am ready for it. You know, I feel weird about Brock demanding Hell in a Cell. I feel weird about that. I feel like Oba should have asked for it. Because he's the one been talking down Brock. Because and if you want to go back and notice, remember Oba absolutely dog walked Brock at WrestleMania. Brock appeared to have retired, and since then, since WrestleMania, Brock has been attacking Obafemi like he was the Miz or Ethan Page or Kit Wilson or somebody, attacking him from behind, hitting him with a low blow, all the kind of very unbeast-like behavior, right? He's been fighting him like a traditional wrestling heel who is trying to take down someone he knows he can't beat fairly. And so he won that second match with what, like 7 F5s or whatever. But Brock is still, he's not behaving like the unbeatable monster anymore. And I like that new wrinkle in Brock's behavior. But if that's the behavior you're giving Brock, why would Brock demand Hell in a Cell? I don't understand that. And so anyway, that's a nitpick of mine. I feel like without making Brock look like a coward, they could make very subtle choices on Brock's behalf to make him appear a little less confident around Obafemi. And eventually that bell's going to ring, that cage is going to lower, and I'm going to be locked in just like everybody else. So I'm not going to do a ton of complaining. And so also another thing, his declaration to Adam Pearce about his title shot will still be there whenever he feels like it better remain true. And then I won't be mad about King of the Ring not having a title shot at SummerSlam. I won't care about that at all, as long as when Oba's done with Brock, he can go to Adam Pearce and be like, I want my title shot now, and then he gets it. Because even if he wasn't King of the Ring, Obafemi 100% is one of those talents right now, even kayfabe wise with his record, that could demand a title shot and get it. Because he's 100%, just killing it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm totally looking forward to the match. I don't know how to feel about Seth and Roman again. I really didn't want to see Seth versus Roman until one or both of them were ready to retire, because I do think they are one another's sort of end game. They're sort of Batman and Joker. The way they always draw on their deep history whenever they have a one-on-one match. And for me and for my money, I really would have hoped they would save a one-on-one match between them. Maybe the one time Roman actually beats him, to be a match where at the end they finally get on the same page again. Not that they have a reunion tour with the Shield or anything like that, but that they just fist bump or shake hands or hug or whatever. Kind of like Io and Asuka did at Backlash. Yeah, Sophie Dophie, Seth is absolutely planting the seeds, and he's right. More for both of them, more of their career is behind them than in front of them.
Look at Ricky Smokes baiting in. Get out, Galeno. So distracted, and Brad Baylor Smokes taking full advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Judgment Day has got to crumble at some point here. I feel like I've been saying that for years too, though, and it hasn't happened. But I feel like those ladies could, do something else. And then also, eventually Stephanie Vaquera's got to come back. Eventually Naomi's got to come back. That division is going to be something. So it really feels like Liv Morgan has been a bit of a placeholder since WrestleMania, doesn't she? So I don't know. I know George. Roxanne Perez is just kind of there. I thought they would do more with her by now, but she is just kind of present, like a nice house plant, you know. What's up, Swaby? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Yeah, I mean, Brock has done Hell in a Cell matches before, and he's gone the distance with them. It's going to have to deliver, man. Hello, Mrs. Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, Brock hasn't been in the cell in quite some time.
NXT, and I'm being legit with that. Telling's not the same, obviously. Birthright didn't capture Gold Sunday. We just talked about Dark State, Vanity Project.
Yeah, Brock had Undertaker, and who else has he faced in the cell? He didn't go with Kane at one point, did he? Or Seth, maybe? I don't remember. Or Strowman? I can't remember his Hell in a Cell matches. I just remember he's had 2 Undertaker Hell in a Cell matches. Yeah, me too, Lockwood. I was hoping Vikingo would do something. So it's only been the Undertaker. Okay. Yeah. He did a cage match, I think, with Bobby Lashley one time, but not a Hell in a Cell. I think Taker is his only Hell in a Cell matches.
It has been a busy, chaotic night since the start, which we are very used to here on NXT. The Tag Team Championships on the line right now. We thought we were going to have a second championship match. Yeah,
Liv Morgan has somehow tapped into this Vicky Guerrero style promoing where she sounds peak obnoxious. And when I'm not looking at the TV, she sounds like Meg from Family Guy. Mila Kunis, for those of you who watched that 70s show. But yeah. That's all I hear when I hear Liv Morgan going on and on a promo. I just hear, "Shut up, Meg."
What is it going to be, Vic? What is it going to be? I'll get some momentum. What the hell? A lot of what the hell?
Big splash from Team AAA. I don't think Vanity Project's letting go of these titles though.
Disqualification because, as he said, he knows his boys can get the job done, but Drew better not get too comfy. On the outside, he's got a match immediately following this one.
I am curious why Liv hasn't had a title match. Like, I'm curious if there's a reason behind it, or they've just not prioritized her wrestling. Well, I mean, they have prioritized her wrestling, but not defending the title. Yeah, I think Gunther versus Nick Aldis could be a lot of fun. I think you're right, George. I think OTM is probably the best play for dethroning Vanity Project. Oh, foot on the ropes.
In this tag team championship match.
Maybe it would be the right call right there. Hit the mark out. Right place at the right time.
Smokes got slipped. Got a handful of tights. Another kick out tag made. Brad Baylor, now the legal superstar. Big forearm under the jaw. Tag titles again on the line in this moment. Vanity Project put away.
Ooh, drop kick into a spine buster. Only 2. Last name, it's a possibility, but I don't think we're going there yet. I don't think we're going there just yet with a possible OTM breakup. Well, George, Jackson Drake versus Mason Rook. I wonder if Michael Lockwood tries anything with Mason Rook tonight. That could be a very curious interaction. And it's likely that the winner of that match gets to call next on Tony D'Angelo. So we'll have to see what lies in store for that. I know that's what I told A and B, Sophie. I mean, like Austin Theory is about to be a man without a faction. Heyman doesn't seem to care about him anymore. Maxine doesn't seem to care about him anymore. OTM did say they're good. So hopefully that stays true. Crowd's been here for this match. I give him credit.
Check this out. Beautiful move there by Galeno.
I gotta give a lot of credit to Brad Baylor. There was no Ricky Spokes to save Baylor in that moment.
Know the instinctual figure right there, knowing that the titles are on the line and so close to losing them. Baylor did the right thing by kicking out.
In the world,
Coming off the shoulders, big splash. Shamanica, during Great American Bash, the Vanity Project were complaining backstage to Robert Stone that none of them got booked for matches at the Bash. And since AAA had people there, Galeno and Wagner both showed up. And Stone said, you know what? You're going to face them on Tuesday. Yeah, George, I agree. Hopefully we get to see something special from Jaida tonight. Vanity Project with the blind tag, double stomp. And that's that. Vanity Project retains. No big surprise there. These interpromotional title shots rarely are in a situation where we expect to see a new champion, but at least a good match. And it was solid. So Vidovia, I think Jaida eventually will get called up, but I don't think anytime soon. I think she's one of those women in NXT that could benefit from other women getting called up, so she can kind of stretch out a little bit. Birthright and OTM backstage here.
Yeah, now guess how many times they defended it? 3 times. And only one of those teams was from NXT.
Yes, that's how we deserve our shot. It's our birthright. Oh, so you two can do the same thing as Vikingo who runs off the AAA without. Or the switch up again, because my opportunities don't concern me. Now, what y'all should be worried about is you standing across from me and that Rick there.
So that the champs just retain my partner and I want a title shot.
What? Where's your partner? What partner?
Looking hella stupid.
Hey, what's that?
Jada's been there as long as Lola. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you said weekly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Saquon took care of your leader, Deion Lennox.
Hey, we were playing more against Saquon on Sunday. Well, I could never bring home gold, but cutting out will.
Oh, there's Noam Dar and Moreno. We're getting a pretty stacked tag match to be booked here.
so here's what I'm going to do. Next week, fatal 4-way tag match. Winning team becomes the number 1.
All right, fatal 4-way tag.
Legacy, you can find DVD. You guys are in and OT.
Wait, so Noam Dar, they got left out. Actually, I like that. He says, build up your resume before you won a title shot. Yeah, this is what a tag division looks like, everybody. You guys might have forgotten from watching the main roster. But we have a tag division, ladies and gentlemen. And Hank and Tank weren't even there, which is a compliment that the division has suddenly gotten this deep. Yeah, Swaby, like, listen, I mean, I can nitpick a little bit about how they got the build to Brock and Oba, but you know what, man? It's like at my age, like criticizing my sons for how they grill a steak on the grill. Like at the end of the day, I know it's still going to be good. I'm still going to eat it. Even if it's maybe not the way I would do it. You know what I mean? How do I feel about Danhausen's storyline across both brands, somehow different from each other? It's curious. I have a feeling that we're probably going to get Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio at that Madison Square Garden Saturday night's main event. And you could probably get Jalen Brunson or one of the Knicks involved in that since it's an MSG. But I feel like that's where we're starting to build. Swaby said, I've mentioned before that WWE has been using major pay-per-views or PLEs to set up as an angle to set up a match at one of the big four. Yeah, I mean, their storylines do seem to be kind of going along a little bit. And you know what's interesting? Swaby, I've been thinking about that a little bit today about the big four. At least we can at least call them big three. I think Survivor Series is a little lagging behind, but it's becoming more and more apparent to me that I feel like WWE, instead of having WrestleMania be special as it has been for, 40 years, I feel like now they're trying to make Royal Rumble and not Survivor Series and SummerSlam into like having 3 WrestleManias a year. Especially with SummerSlam going 2 days, especially with the real kind of pomp and circumstance over the Royal Rumble. It feels like 2 things are happening at the same time. It feels like the big four are all becoming big, and that feels like a very TKO thing to me. AJ Styles even mentioned that in an interview one time when they talked about, well, why didn't you want to retire at WrestleMania? Why'd you retire at the Royal Rumble? And I think, dirt sheet writers took him out of context, but he did say WrestleMania is not as special as it used to be. And that wasn't a knock on WrestleMania. That was him talking up all the other ones, right? So that is just I think that's just a reality in TKO's WWE, is that the money and the pageantry, as Vince McMahon used to say, and all the big spectacle of it all is really amping up at these stadium shows like Rumble, like SummerSlam, like Survivor Series, of course, Mania, So I wouldn't be surprised to see Rumble go 2 nights next. I don't know that they would do that yet with whatchamacallit, with Survivor Series. We'll see. Yeah, they started 2-night manias before TKO, but that's because, and that goes back to reinforce my point that Mania was special. Like WrestleMania was different than every other show. Shamanica, the big four, traditionally speaking, the big four, it was the big 5 at one point. The big four is WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and King of the Ring for a time was also one of the big ones. But that fell off. But that's kind of what we were looking at. So, Royal Rumble is one of the big ones. Obviously, it's sort of the appetizer, the teaser trailer to WrestleMania. If you're sharing, yes. Sorry, I didn't know. Nevertheless, we'll see.
Series storms into Chicago, bringing speed, strategy, and fireworks to one of racing's most exciting stages.
It's okay. And listen, if that was for you, I don't want to take it from you. So you absolutely, I think a 2-night Rumble wouldn't be a bad idea. You put the men's Rumble on one night, the women's Rumble on another night, and that way you can flesh out the undercard a little bit more, because the Rumble, since the Rumble match is so long and it eats up so much of the roster, you're dealing with something there, right? But you can have more matches. You could wrap up more feuds. You could blow things off. Here comes Mason Rook to take on Jackson Drake. Sorry, I'm eating a piece of chocolate chip bread right now. Sophie Dophie, you're right. I don't like Saturday night's main event being a Peacock exclusive. If it was on NBC, I don't know if the ratings would be better, but I'll tell you this. They would book it better, and no disrespect, they would book it better than having Ethan Page and Penta being their selling match.
This man Mason Rook took a giant step. I believe Booker
Shamanica, this may come as a surprise to you. It may not, but I'm not a fan of NXT being on the main roster PLEs. I think it would make the people who need work and growth look that much worse on the main roster compared to them. And it also could lead to people getting called up too fast if they have a good night. I much prefer to have NXT separate from the main roster. The occasional thing, like the John Cena Saturday night's main event, not bad. The Survivor Series again, that's tricky because like if you wanted to have Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan versus Kendall Gray, I'd be down for that. If you wanted to do Sol Ruka versus Tiffany Stratton versus Zarya, I'd be down for that. I don't know that I'd be interested in seeing Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns versus Tony D'Angelo, though. And I wouldn't want to see Penta versus who's the U.S. champion right now? Who is the U.S. champion right now? Oh, my gosh. I completely blanked. But I wouldn't want to see Miles Bourne versus Penta. You know what I mean? So there's some place where it could work. Some issues where it would work. Some it wouldn't, though. What's up, Mod Father? Good to see you. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Trick. Oh, my gosh. Cancel my show now. I forgot Trick Williams. Just everybody unsubscribe. I'm sorry. How could I forget about Trick? I can't believe I forgot Trick. So, yeah, don't. My wife says don't. Please don't unsubscribe. But is there an alarm going off in NXT again? Now Booker's. Oh my gosh, what are they doing? He's getting FaceTimed by Cam Hendricks. Mid-match. You know what? I don't really care for Cam, but that was giving me real early career Randy Orton vibes. Wait. Vic Joseph asking the questions we need answers for. Since when is your phone synced up with the production truck?
Saw that 2 days ago. Seen that movie, didn't want to watch it again.
I feel confident Trick Williams is not watching. But nevertheless, Trick Williams versus Penta versus Miles Bourne. I wouldn't be interested in seeing that match either. So that year where like Gunther and Keith Lee and Dijak or, you know, all those guys and Shayna and everybody coming up to take on the main roster, the rosters were balanced better back then, that it would make for more interesting. But right now, I don't want to see it. There's some, like in the women's division, it could work, right? But in the men's division, it feels a little weak because the talent disparity is just too wide. Who do I think will dethrone Tony? Still got Naraku. I think Naraku is probably the best option, right? I'm not opposed personally to Jackson Drake, right? But yeah, Lockwood last year would have worked. It would have worked when like Javon, Trick, and Oba were all still around in NXT. But we're in a bit of, you know, in college we call it, or in sports we call it a rebuilding year. NXT's in a bit of a rebuilding phase, so it wouldn't be a good time to try to force that too much.
Sometimes the way you explain things, it's hard to argue with you because it makes sense, then it doesn't make sense at the same time. Come on, Jackson Drake able to slither his way free once again. Who else is in the back five?
A lot of ladies. They can take a lot of girls around here. Little bites.
The women's division certainly is stacked.
Yeah.
Women's division is stacked. Women will main event NXT tonight. Mason Rook right now looking to continue just to destroy Jackson. Right.
You know, AAA is a little different. I wouldn't mind a AAA versus NXT. You know, like a Worlds Collide thing again. But if you could go Survivor Series style with that, or like a War Games, there wouldn't be too bad.
Mason now a little wobbly, but the big man still hasn't fallen. Drake to the top, looking to fly. Missile drop.
I feel like Jackson Drake, you know, still doesn't have knee pads, but his kick pads just get taller every week. Eventually, his kick pads will just be up to his thighs, and it'll settle the knee pad issue. It's like every time Michael Lockwood saves him, his kick pads get a little bit taller. Biggest influence, Samoa Joe and Kenta Kobashi. I can see that.
In his match, become number one contender for the North American Championship.
I'm very curious. I mean, the way Booker is being so evasive about his whereabouts on commentary, I am curious if there's something more storyline wise going on. We'll just have to wait and see, but it is very curious. Big Cass. I mean, I mean, good. I guess good for Big Cass. I'm not clamoring for a Cass or Enzo return. I think they had a real moment, and honestly, I think WWE failed to capitalize on them as a team. They could have been tag champs like nothing. Honestly, if they had debuted with their gimmick now in this TKO catchphrase era, they would have been as big as Jey Uso, probably. I think it is Shamanica. I think Worlds Collide will be traditional. I just, I wonder to what degree they'll merge all the matches, because NXT used to do really good about that when it was like America and UK. But big spine buster there. Yeah, Mason's got to put some age on his face.
Who though will walk out victorious tonight on NXT?
Big Cass actually could make a real impact in NXT if he was willing to go back there. I do feel like he probably will need a little bit of a gimmick rehabilitation and not just come right back into his, you know, spelling and stuff. But he could be a legit monster.
Drake, who's guided early on in his career by Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, looking to possibly one day get to their level on this brand as NXT champion.
Baron Corbin, you say. One of the best finishers, man. End of Days was fantastic. Corbin actually had a really underrated offensive moveset. I feel like that Constable, that authority figure, Baron Corbin, like, was just the biggest disservice to him in his career.
He just shifted a half-inch. Dragon Drake into the cover.
They brought back traditional Survivor Series, but kept War Games 5-on-5. I would love, listen, I love a good elimination match when it's booked well. I'm a huge, no pun intended, I'm a huge mark for that. And I don't really love like the basically cage match based gimmick matches. I don't love having them on the calendar. You know what I mean? Whoa. A Asai moonsault double stomp? I don't think I've ever seen that. Okay, Jackson Drake. That's pretty wild. Instant replay. And good on Mason Rook for taking that. Jeez. Who is in that cloning machine? Who knows? I don't know what they're doing. Blue Thunder Bomb. I'm not. I love war games in general, right? But I hate coming up to November being like, oh, it's November. It's time for war games. You know, I really like it when war games is thrust upon us because the feud demands it. You know what I mean? Now, logistically, that's hard to do. To be like, oh, this one random show, we're gonna have 2 rings, you know. But I don't know, man. That's just the way I like it. Just like how they did Hell in a Cell with Brock and Oba. Like, I prefer, or like Drew and Punk. I prefer it being that way than being like, oh, it's time for the Hell in a Cell PLE. Let's figure out who's going to be in Hell in a Cell. Yes, Lockwood, exactly. War Games has now become 2010's Hell in a Cell, and I hate that so much. What if Big Bill is under Danhausen's sheet? What if it's Big Cass under Danhausen's lab? Nasty clothesline from Mason Rook. Drake sold like gangbusters for that. Sick power bomb. No, 2.999. I agree, Swaby. If you want to take Vanity Project trying to interfere, it ain't falling. Oh, body slamming dads. Oh, backstabber. Can Drake take it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Lockwood with the old Bobby Heenan Ultimate Warrior spot. Jackson Drake, ladies and gentlemen, the Vanity Project, they're coming for you, Tony. Listen to Dawsey. Yes, war games like Hell in a Cell should be a feud that needs the gimmick match rather than a gimmick match that needs the feud. All day long. Agree with that all day long. And Swaby had brought up this point too. If Survivor Series ever gets to two nights, I would love for them to return to the traditional elimination match format. I think that would be fantastic. And only do war games if you've got a feud hot enough for it. Like, it just does not have to be there. I thought Jackson Drake was pretty impressive in this match. He showed me some stuff. But I'm not fully sold on Rook yet. Why did Vanity Project get back in the ring? Oh, getting his heat back, brother.
Well, Vanity Project laughed first, but it's Mason Rook who laughs last here tonight.
This is a match you've been wanting. You wanted Keanu.
Tate Wilder and Prosper backstage.
I understand that, bro. I understand where you're coming from. I was prepared for one of the best in the game at hotline in Vikingo. Now it's the complete opposite. I get it. I know. But look, you are EK Prosper. There's no one that moves like you in the ring. You already beat Keanu once. Go out there and do it again. Get revenge on the man. Put you through the tables. Go. Come on. Let's go. Get it, dang.
Oh, for sure, George. We ain't done yet. Well, that's that. So we still have Kalani and Tatum main eventing tonight, which should be fun. We're going to get Keanu Carver versus EK Prosper instead of Vikingo, which does feel like quite a bit of a downgrade. But what can you do, right? And I see Tony D. All right, Jaida. I forgot about Jaida. Yeah, we're gonna get Jaida tonight as well. Jaida and Karmen, which will be something I'm definitely looking forward to as well. Anything to advance that Jaida versus Natty feud. Yeah, Layla did seem kind of empathetic to Jaida this weekend when they were all trash talking her. So it is a possibility for sure. Yeah, I don't know where Callie is. The Rock and a traditional survivor. That'd be quite the sort of bookend, no pun intended, to his career if he went out that way, for sure. Be right back, everybody. Give your boy just a second. Oh yeah, well if you go back and you look at as a matter of fact, let's take a look, shall we? The Rock's debut match was really kind of a who's who of wrestlers. Like you had let's get in there. Let's see. So Mark Mero was there, Jake the Snake, Barry Windham, and then Crush, Gold Dust, Dustin Rhodes, Jerry Lawler, and Triple H were all in that match together. So some real all-time greats in that match as a part of those teams. And then there was The Rock as the debuting Rocky Maivia. Hey. It's okay. No big deal. I just
hand out.
But why though? You seen firsthand I know what it takes to lead this division. And I know I could be Kendal.
Yeah, you think that so does the rest of the women's roster, but if If you want to get a title shot, remember this: actions speak louder.
All right. I do that.
It is very interesting that like Robert Stone, as a general manager, is kind of an agent of chaos because he told, I think he said the same thing to Miles Bourne one time, you know? So it's funny that he would get mad at Keanu Carver, and yet he's pretty much telling Callie Armstrong to do similar things. Not telling her exactly what to do, but saying actions speak louder than words. I wonder if Callie Armstrong gets involved with Tatum and Kalani tonight.
Well, look, I know you weren't here, but I want to take us all back to this past Sunday. It was the Great American Bash. Keanu Carver had few choice words for Hank and Tank. And there you
Yeah, I mean, Callie could do the speed tournament. I could see her winning the speed tournament.
table onto the concrete. I don't know what else to say about this man. He's unhinged. He cannot be controlled. He kept screaming at people during the Great American Bash. In that moment, get off me. You can't control me. Don't touch me. As this matchup is presented by Progressive. Nice dropkick from EK Prosper.
Oh, this is our progressive match. Wonderful. What's up, Celeste? Happy Tuesday.
You've been talking about Keanu Carver since the beginning.
Since day one. Since day one, I wondered if this guy had the aptitude to actually make it in this business. He's a force. He's a force. He can't be a wrecking ball of a machine if he had his hand right, Vic. But let me tell you right now, the route he's going, the route he's taking, is definitely not going to lead him to a championship in this business. It's just not.
He went overboard on Sunday. He was manhandling
Thank you.
security, as you just saw, flung Hank off the stage during the Great American Bash. I can't imagine that right now AAA General Manager Ray Mysterio.
Okay, we'll see Tony D'Angelo live tonight as well.
What happened to one of his champions? That being said,
It's definitely not going to lead him to a championship.
two times in a row. Carver, and look at Carver.
Yeah, that is nice, Lockwood. More often than not, you're going to have a match at the end of the show, and not just a big talking segment. And even the talking segments typically aren't that long. They kind of get to the point of making the match or having the fight, which is nice. It's refreshing.
It won't stay down.
Man, big frog splash from Prosper. Yeah, true. Vikingo could come out if he can go. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
You have to wonder how Prosper truly, though, has processed today. Diving deeper into your thought, he arrived here to the Performance Center in Orlando, thinking he was going to have a championship match, not thinking he was going to have to face Keanu Carver again.
Keanu Carver stepped in there and did a front rough shot to everybody. Oh my God! Oh my God! Let me tell you something. What a suplex right there! My God!
Are you kidding me?
Omos. Oh, that would be wild. Yeah, if Omos showed up to to defend the honor of Vikingo. Seeing Carver in the NXT universe, Carver and Vikingo could be quite a menacing matchup for sure.
Those guys back there, they will exploit it. They will definitely make you feel a certain way. So I understand what EK is going through right now.
We got Carver firmly in control here during the commercial break, though. A&B in the house. The new set. We're loving it. My coalition co-champions, all three of us, possessing a third of the Coalition Predictions Cup. Thanks to Night of Champions. Good to see you in the house, A&B. And you guys are right on time because I do believe Miss Parker will be having a match here pretty soon against one Karmen Petrovic.
You start to think about EK Prosper. Prosper did shock the world. Shock Carver. Stunned the NXT universe. A man like Carver remembers that. A man like Carver went to prove the point. Maybe looking for that knockout blow and another near fall.
I'm watching.
Is this not getting hard to watch?
I'm watching the referee's body language, and he's thinking, but right now, Prosper just trying to stay in this match any way he possibly can.
You talking about second, third, maybe even fourth wins right now. Oh,
Wait a minute.
Oh,
no!
big suplex.
The official may have to step into this match.
Really, really close. He's wondering if he's gonna do something, and I'm wondering if he's gonna have the wherewithal instead to know how to do his job.
Hey, Carver knows that high angle landing on the back of the neck. 3K Prosper, look what he's doing now. Just continuing to pummel and continuing to punish his opponents.
It's a method to the madness right there. I'm Keanu Carver, and I actually like it. I actually like it right now. You can tell the young man is thinking and not just going out there reckless in his approach.
This matchup continuing to roll on at this juncture. I just hope Prosper can survive. It has been all Carver the last few moments. I don't know if I even want to see this again, but let's go back to what happened just moments ago. I mean, look at that nasty landing. And that didn't happen just once. It happened twice.
Oh, it's EK Prosper right there. I'm going to tell you that the landing is like a car crash for someone like EK Prosper right there, big.
Prosper came in tonight again expecting to face Vikingo for the AAA Latin American Championship. That was quickly ended when the champion was attacked by Keanu Carver. Carver stealing Prosper's championship opportunity with a super kick to the throat. Follows up with another big strike. Picks up on the... I was going to say picking up momentum, but that momentum just came to a halt. That door was just slammed shut. And now again, just getting tossed.
Oh, God. Huge Frank Field right out of the corner right there with a lot of height.
And Book, is there any part of you that thinks Carver maybe is a little right in his thinking that I should have been given a championship opportunity? Everyone's been passing me. I came in there and beat down a lot of different individuals who stepped in front of something.
I can't say Carver is not on the right track or anything like that. As well as Stone is looking great. Stone looking great. Give the guy a title shot. Give him a shot.
I think someone like him to go about things a little bit different, not going out there and tossing other people off stage, not putting his hands on security, not threatening individuals, certainly not attacking champions from other promotions like he did here tonight.
What do you got to do to get the title shot? What do you got to do?
Looking for a power slam. I believe that EK Prosper was able to counter that power slam into a stunner. Follows it up with another super kick. Carver, though, little rocked, still pushing forward, still persevering, and finally got dropped. And EK now starts to rally.
Guys, we got a lot of fight in it. You know you wrestle.
Prosper. EK going to the top, looking to fly. Oh! Wow. Carver's down. Carver's wounded. Carver's not down. Carver's about to get EK back to his feet.
Oh, wow. Beautiful big kick right on the jaw.
Carver coming a little bit too close for a
Back it up.
what we
Back it up. Baby.
Prosper.
Back it up.
Looking to, oh! Prosper not going to fly anymore.
Oh,
They down. Whoa, 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 hey.
Oh, dropping him on the table.
I don't want to look at him damn eyes.
right there. This
Mm-mm-mm. Man, Carver loses again. Sorry, guys. My stream is stalled out. So I'm just trying to play catch up here again. But I hear Carver again loses to Prosper. That's crazy stuff, man. I'm sure he's going to keep raging out for sure. So we'll just have to see what the future holds. All right, I'm back up. I see Natty coming in where Kendal is.
Just like Layla is going to earn the North American Championship match. Actually, you should be thanking your low-key legend. I'm the one that got you the match, Layla. Right, I appreciate you. Just like Nikita has earned the Evolve Women's Championship. And just like Karmen
Thank you, B.
is going to earn her win tonight over Jaida Partner. And speaking of earning it, I mean, I don't think there's anybody here that's earned it more than me. I mean,
I would love to see Natty and Kendal.
So much for this business, and I kind of observe the world. If I'm being honest, so I want a title match.
So, Nappy, Callie, makes no difference to me.
I mean, I'll say this: you make a compelling case. We talked about earning it. Natty, you got what you want next week. Championship opportunity against Kendal Brown.
Okay, Natty gets a contender shot to get a shot at Kendal. I have a feeling someone may ruin that opportunity for Natty, though, and I think we're looking at her right now, though. Hopefully, Natty's not too soft. All right. Here she comes. Yeah, I can't possibly fathom Natty earning a title shot with Jaida in the building. But we'll see what happens tonight for sure. Thank you, Shimonica. Much appreciated. Man. So we get Jaida and Karmen coming up. Now, apparently, Layla is going to get a shot to get an opportunity at Zarya in the North American title. So we're doing something here. I will say this: Jaida is 100% costing Natty if Natty gets involved in this match tonight. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. Does that whole faction come down to sort of pressure Jaida, or what's what? We'll see what happens. Very curious. All right, y'all. How's everybody feeling tonight? Are we good? We looking forward to SmackDown now that it's going back to 2 hours again. And what are our introductory thoughts about SummerSlam? Because SummerSlam seems to be shaping up already. They're swinging for the fences with it. It certainly seems like that. So I'm really hoping that we get Chad Gable and Penta for the Intercontinental title. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. We will see. Give your boy just a second here. Hey, everybody. I got a word that there was some difficulties. Can you guys see and hear me okay? Just want to check. All right. That's right. RT Rick telling everybody to listen up. Easiest way to support the channel is by hitting the like button. Please do hit that like button. And you know what? If you're trying to kill some time during the day, just play your boy in the background. Some of the videos. Let's get my rookie numbers. Let's pump up my numbers here, so we can keep me on the road, the long walk, if you will, to viewership hours, so we can get our own Super Chat Championship here at Marked by Wrestling, because I want to give that to you guys. So we'll make sure we can do that. Your boy and his boy loves playing some Rocket League while I'm streaming NXT. And those two things don't shake hands so well when it comes to internet speed. That's something we've discovered in the past week. So Dad's like, sorry, my serious work is trumping your video game play right now. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this stream up real tight, once we're done for the night, and then tell the boy, go ahead and fire up that PlayStation, son, score some goals. But that's what we're dealing with. But then again, once we can get our memberships up and our super chats running and rolling, then maybe we can pay for faster internet as well. All the best things, right? All right, and that's the thing. Saturday night's main event is literally a part of Fanatics Fest too. I'm just real skeptical. So I'm skeptical about that Saturday night's main event being like a big show. I mean, again, I'm going to call it now. Danhausen versus Dom Mysterio might be the main event of that show. And I think that would be great. I think that would do good things. Here comes Karmen. I think NXT's been solid last name. There comes a point halfway through the show or so where I'm like, okay, you have addressed where we were, but now where are we going? NXT kind of does that every week, where they kind of look back at what just happened and they look forward to what's going to happen. And I'm always pretty interested in seeing where we're going rather than where we've been. So we'll see.
WWE Unreal Season 3 premieres July 21st on Netflix. Karmen Petrovic set to go one-on-one with Jada Parker. Parker, of course, has had a
Thea
lot
should
of
come out and help Jada Park. Yeah, I mean, Thea ain't doing nothing else. She might as well. All right, Karmen and Jada, let's go. Come on, Jada's got to. She got to win this match. Come on.
Is Petrovic ready to slice up the competition?
Find out. Back there. Back there, what is for Jada Parker.
Who is that?
You gotta know how to pick it out. I don't think picking a fight with
Oh.
Natty. Someone
A Space Jam
been
LeBron.
for so long. I
Yeah,
don't think that's a good fight to pick out. That's just my opinion.
here we go.
NXT Universe showing some love for Jada Parker. Parker has been
All right, chance for Miss Parker.
Someone like Galeno Jordan who just doesn't stop complaining. You don't hear Parker complaining. She continues to compete, and yes, Natty has been a thorn in her side. Yes, they went one-on-one.
I tell you what, week by week, as this feud has progressed, Jada's in-ring work is getting more and more like mat-based, which is pretty intriguing. Like, that's a nonverbal form of storytelling in this feud. Like, she's clearly been studying, you know what I mean? Oh dang! Did Oba steal Jay's queen too when he dropped him this weekend? Here we go. High step on out. Oh, Karmen Bales avoiding that hypnotic. Do you think Booker might be in the Perils del Mal? I mean, I won't rule it out, but I don't know. It does feel like there's an actual like storyline reason that Booker's gone. That Booker was gone for a few weeks since they haven't actually addressed it, but I could just miss a thing. Nice, RT. Nice. I appreciate good logic. I didn't know there was all that on the line this weekend, but man, you know, Oba, the ruler takes what he wants. Although I don't know that Miss Parker would take so well to being viewed that way. I have a feeling she'd stand up for herself just fine. Yeah, Shamanica, that's not a bad look either. Callie replacing Layla, perhaps.
So many trying to get in the but to get him the expert.
Is he last name? I didn't know that. Okay, well, if that's the case, then maybe there is something. I didn't realize there was that much history behind Perros de Mal. Where did they originate? Like what promotion? Was it always in Mexico, or was it, you know, Indies, TNA, Japan? Where? I mean, it sounds like Mexico given the name of the faction, but still. All right. Karmen trying to take that leg, but AAA. Okay. So it started in AAA. All right. Good to know. Rings of Saturn. Yes. I said this last time against Natty, like Jaida needs to work. Rings of Saturn is such a slept on submission hold. Somebody really needs to like take that. And I'll take Jaida taking it. As long as she can win some matches with it. Nikita putting hands on Jaida, and then cheap shot by Natty. She's ordering Layla to do it, but Layla won't do it. Layla will not swing on Jaida. Oh, reversal. Big boot from Jaida. Face turn from Layla, sort of. Big clothesline. Now we got suplex coming. Oh, Gourd Buster. Gourd Buster into the hypnotic. That actually is a great logical combo of moves. I really like that. And then Sky High, Deja Vu, whatever. It's the Sky High. All right. Miss Parker with the pinfall, locking Natty in the eyes with that pin. Well, guess what? Layla don't play dirty.
There was hesitation. That hesitation, certainly you could blame.
That match didn't look soft to me. And listen, I know it's just transitional move, but like that is so. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Let's get the Macho King real quick. And shout out to Tiffany Stratton, SGT Slaughter. Jaida was cutting a promo. Why do we need to see NXT focus in the middle of a Jaida promo? I don't need to see Shiloh. Anyway, great shot of her taking the gourd buster, going down, pop, and then as she's getting up, boom, hypnotic. Like just great step 1, step 2 offense. Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Macho King. Thank you, SGT Slaughter, for that demonstration. Tatum and Shiloh talking.
Like really the trick is being able to hide it most of the time. I mean, sometimes on LFG, I went there too much.
I don't mind Shiloh having this sort of weird Bray Wyatt-ish alter ego kind of thing, but the way it was executed Sunday was not it. The cinematic under the ring weird. They went for it. I will give them credit for going for it. NXT is a place where you want to flesh out, workshop these ideas, but it didn't land. They got to figure out another way to do it. Oh, Nico.
Now the easiest way to the top is by picking off each one of these weak superstars one by one. Okay, that's cool, but don't talk about Tatum like that. Nice smile.
Again, I don't know if Nico was threatening Tatum or threatening Shiloh there. Or both of them, maybe. I don't know. I don't even want to know how much it costs to get your name on the canvas in the ring. Yeah, when will they do it again? Last name. I feel like they'll probably save that for PLE stuff, but I don't know. All right, Tony still got that eye patch, that gauze over the eye. He's gone from Bane to Cyclops. I mean, he's basically just hopping around superheroes. Sunday, August 30th is going to be a long day for wrestling fans. AAA has a show and then NXT right afterwards, starting at 9 a.m. my local time. So that's quite a day. That might have to be might have to go to church on Saturday night that weekend. We'll see how it all shakes out. Yeah, George, you're probably right. I mean, like the way Jaida dropped Karmen tonight and with Natty getting an opportunity to be the number one contender for Kendal, I can see Jaida getting involved. Is it bad, though, that I kind of want it to backfire? Because I do want to see Natty and Kendal one-on-one, just like I want to see Jaida and Natty have at it again. Honestly, it almost feels like Jaida and Natty could end up in an underground match. Could be a lot of fun there. Do I think Shiloh Hill may join the culling? You know what, last name? I think there is some evidence that could be a possibility. That being said, is the culling, well, number one, I don't think Izzy would like Shiloh being in the culling. And also, Shiloh being a part of the culling feels very Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family to me. And low-key, while Daniel Bryan leaving the Wyatt family was a fantastic wrestling moment, in general, I kind of hated that story. He fits in with what the culling should be, but I don't know if the culling would accept him. I think Nico probably would. I bet Spears would have back in the past. I just don't see Izzy embracing him unless she knows that will cause pain to Tatum. That is something I could see her doing. But maybe that. Yeah, that's true. Both of them have been underground with Lola. Shamanica, you were scrolling on TikTok and a fan recorded a segment, them rehearsing right in front of the fan while a whole nother show was on. Oh, that is a tough look right there. That's the kind of curtain drawing back you don't love to see. Yeah, for sure. But NXT tonight, what have you guys thought so far? I mean, we're in the home stretch. We're in the last 30 minutes now. I gotta say, it was a ring and everything. What, Shamanica? What in the world, man? That is wild. That's crazy. I think tonight's show has been okay. Coming off of a big show like Great American Bash, it's been a little underwhelming. I do think they have done a good job of setting up next week pretty well. There's a shot that Natty could be heading towards Kendal. We already know Jaida and Natty are still on a collision course. There's going to be a fatal four-way tag match to determine the next contenders for Vanity Project next week, which is pretty dope. But like having like the bait and switch on Vikingo tonight wasn't really great. Kendal's whole thing just for them to finally make the match between Tatum and Kalani when they were already teasing that Sunday felt unnecessary. Oh, there's DVD and Legacy.
Okay, look, if we're gonna be a tag team, we have to be on the same page. All right?
Last name. I see that.
Going to Stone thinking that my tag partner is gonna be behind me, who's nowhere to be found. Good. Because next week we have a huge opportunity. Fatal four-way, number one contender, winner. It's a shot at the NXT tag title. Yes, what? That's awesome. I know. It's very much more. Conditions. I got you too. Let's go. Oh, let's go.
Hey, Brennan Miles.
I mean, of course she did SPK. Anyways, congratulations on your big win at the match.
Little NQCC reunion.
It's pretty good if I do say so myself. Tavion! Hey, I didn't see you there.
Ren low-key was trying to low-key warn Miles that Tavion was coming, and then all of a sudden she was like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you can't hear. I gotta admit, the Miles deaf jokes never get old to me.
Born retained his title Sunday. So did Ren Sinclair.
I'm ready to see more fire from Tavion. Interesting, Shamanica. All right, here comes Tony D. Still NXT champion.
He's walking, he's wounded, but Booker, he still has gold around his waist.
Yeah, I mean Tavion, he's getting to the edge for sure. It's only a matter of time until we see a little bit more from him.
Now, when you use something every day, you start to take it.
Kano Tony. Well said, last name. That's the new name. It's a new name, everybody. We've gone from Bane to Kano.
Even the stupid text messages you send back and forth with your buddies, even doom scrolling on social media, it's just something you don't think of. Now, last week I'm sitting in the back of an ambulance, burnt, scared, wondering if I'm ever going to see out of this eye again. But what people don't know is I had to sign a bunch of waivers and crap just so I could compete and not forfeit this championship. Now, the last contract that I signed blew up in my face. But the last real document that Stone and his lawyers drew up for me, I'm not going to lie. I paused before I signed. I had to ask myself, am I willing to risk my health to defend this championship? And I sat there.
We already know the answer was yes, Tony, because you wrestled on Sunday.
And I said to myself, you're damn right I am. And I showed up to the Great American Bash with a purpose. I told you, Naraku, I was showing up for war. Sunday was the definition of blind rage because I speared you through that perch in the first 10 seconds of the match, and I never let up. And I got my hand raised, and I am done with you, Naraku. Now, my eye.
Tony says he's done with Naraku. Okay, that was quick.
But this message is for my next challenger, whoever you are.
Jackson Drake.
I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. You saw what I'm willing to do to defend this.
Okay, Invictus.
The question is, what are
Nelson
you willing to
Mandela.
do to take it from me? Because as far as I'm concerned, there isn't a man in that locker room who's willing to swim in deep waters and take this championship from Tony D.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. No interruptions. So we'll see if we get an interruption or a jump. Kendall Gray. She's like, I'm man enough to take that belt from you. Okay. Champ respects champs. I have a feeling Kendall is probably going to sit ringside for the Tatum and Kalani match. Wait, who's here? Somebody just got. Oh, Tony. Oh, there's Naraku. Naraku's not done with you. Is Naraku bleeding from the mouth?
Naraku is attacking the champion.
Yeah, there's definitely blood in his mouth. And Tony looks like he's bleeding from the face.
The king of darkness is still bringing the evil to the champion.
Oh, Kendall's still there.
You need more help out here than just this.
My, oh, my. Well, oh, well. That is quite a course of events. Oh, goodness. Oh, Sato and Miyagi. Listen, since we're on commercial break, and since A is clearly baiting me, I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to walk right into this. Sato and Miyagi is one of the best booked feuds of all time. I can't even 2.5 minutes. I can't even really recount the whole thing. But it's, you know, guys who might as well have been brothers in childhood falling in love with the same woman Honor is besmirched. A fight to the death is challenged. And Miyagi abandons the love of his life, who is his best friend's girl, who never marries as a result, with Sato still there, and goes to America, gets married, is about to become a father, and World War II happens. He's sent off to World War II to fight. His wife is interned in a Japanese internment camp in America, dies during childbirth while he's off winning the Medal of Honor, fighting for America. This is so much more than sweep the leg, okay? Karate Kid has deep, deep lore and aura, okay? They go back to Okinawa and Karate Kid 2, and Sato has been waiting. He's been stewing on this beef forever. And let me preach at you for a minute. The scene in Karate Kid 2 where the tropical storm hits, the tempest hits, whatever you want to call it. And Sato is laying there, crushed under the beam, the very same type of beam that he advertises on the billboards of Okinawa that he can chop in half because he's that dude. To which Miyagi is asked by Daniel-san, do you think you could do that, Mr. Miyagi? And he's like, don't know, never had to, and shrugs it off, right? When his best friend is dying, being crushed in the middle of a Cat 5 hurricane, he looks his enemy in the eye, and he doesn't see an enemy. He sees a friend who is cursing his name, calling him a coward, and he rears back and he breaks that in half. And it's one of the most powerful moments because, ladies and gentlemen, that in the Marked by Wrestling household is what we call a gospel moment. Because when we were the enemies of God, spitting in his face, he broke that beam right in half. When we were asking for death, gave us life. And he won Sato back as a friend, even to the point where when Daniel was still selling the knee, by the way, selling the knee from the first Karate Kid tournament, because not that much time had passed, trying to carry that girl down from the bell tower, Sato's like, let me help your boy. And that friendship was reforged. One of the best story arcs in any movie. And like, don't lose it because wax on, wax off is on a t-shirt. Those movies become cliches, become quotes for a reason, because they're very, very, very good stories. Miyagi and Sato, one of my most favorite story arcs in any movie. Anyway, so we're back. NXT. Naraku actually, he misted him. He misted him with red mist. Can a student of Muda and New Japan lore educate me on the different color mists? I doubt we're going to follow mist lore in NXT, but I do know that each color mist has a different effect.
Kendall's out here for the main event tonight, but let's talk about what's going to happen next week here on NXT, because it was set in stone by our general manager, a pair of fatal four-ways. We learned earlier tonight. First,
allegedly, the red mist is said to burn the eyes.
to the NXT Tag Team Championship. In addition to that,
Green mist is just stinging. Oh, look at that. It's a fatal four-way number one contender match. Thea Hale fighting Izzy Dame and Lizzie Rain, as well as Layla Diggs. So there we go. Kano do got that red mist. He did get that red mist. Oh, so we're getting the Natty match next week. Look out. Natty and Kendall next week, y'all. We're cooking it up. The week of the 4th of July. Wait. Never mind. But yes.
But we're set for the main event tonight. NXT.
Yeah, it'll be the 7th. We'll be past the 4th of July. But no doubt. All right, here comes Tatum. All right, here comes Tatum Paxley. Tatum and Kalani getting a tight 15 minutes here to work the rest of the show. I think this will be solid.
So we love her. I mean, Tatum is her own person, but That's what I love about her.
Certainly has a uniqueness about her.
Black mist is poison mist, used to prolong blindness, sometimes taking an opponent out of action for weeks. Granted, this is the AI summary of mist, so we'll go through it. Green mist, common, iconic, severely stings the eyes, obscures vision. Red mist is said to burn the eyes upon contact. Black mist is the poison mist, used to prolong blindness, cause prolonged blindness. Blue mist, hypnotic or a numbing effect that sends them to sleep. Yellow mist is believed to paralyze the opponent. And then a rare purple mist, occasionally used to cause momentary disorientation or memory loss. I have heard maybe it is purple mist. It's almost like a zombie kind of mist. There we go, Lockwood. Yes. Red mist is supposed to be a burning sensation. Based on what I read, anyways. Well, George, if Kendal gets attacked, I'm assuming Natty's gonna try to get a leg up on her.
Jordan, and we saw Tatum talking a little bit earlier to Shiloh Hill. Booker, do you think Tatum is going to tap into that darkness here in our main event?
I'd say Tatum actually that championship she came.
Okay. Kalani and Tatum in the main event. Two great working ladies. Asuka used blue and Shin used red. Muta and Tajiri used green. Yes. Lockwood, am I incorrect, or did Muta cycle through the different colors at different points in his career? Now, when Muta was in America, I think he was pretty strictly green mist. But yes.
Sitting in the front row, watching you achieve your dream.
I mean, it was awesome. My family's been a big part of my life. I mean, obviously, my success in every sport that I've been in. So having them there while I win this championship with Dream Come True, it's definitely a moment I'll never forget.
Look, I'd love to get your thoughts on that main event matchup. Kendal Gray, Lola Vices.
Yeah. Okay. He also used red. Got it.
Championship.
Ooh.
This is something
Big splash.
that's just uncommon. And I must say, Kendal Gray, they have just
Tatum just laughing off all the offense tonight.
I'm just saying.
I respect your opinion.
Well, let's think about this for Kendal Gray right now. Who's sitting here with us. She's going to have that first defense next week.
Oh, yanking Kalani's hair. How dare you?
That's going to be a tough test.
Right to a headlock takeover. Do we see Lola again? Oh, that would be wild. We haven't seen a spot of Lola tonight.
I trust you for sure.
Well, Tatum Paxley has had a lot to overcome. Personally, every betrayal has made Tatum Paxley stronger. We've learned that.
You know what? You keep talking about Tatum Paxley. Would somebody please put some respect on Kalani George's name? The powerful North American champion. She's the only one in that damn locker room with a world championship. Would you please?
What do you say? What about the woman to my left?
Yeah, it is the championship. I'm talking about the world. Come on. Will you please? Please. Come on.
You're talking about being the TNA knockout champ.
Right. I'm talking
What
about
about Tatum Paxley right now? Throwing a little caution to the wind.
Tajiri was a great character.
Jordan.
He was so nasty in ECW, by the way. I mean, I know he had a little bit more of a comedic edge. Wow. Saya moonsault, but she rolls through when she saw she was going to miss. Oh, man. Kalani having a bad night. I know he found Tajiri found a little bit of a comedic edge once he got to WWE and definitely did well. Wait a minute. Something's up. Where pixel. Is that Callie? Oh, Callie just attacked Kendal at ringside. Well, there's Callie. Callie has attacked Kendal Gray, and I'm not sure if she missed her cue. I have a feeling she was supposed to do that before the commercial break. But Callie Armstrong just dropped Kendal Gray by ringside. And Tatum's ankle is in trouble right now, too. She missed a wheel kick into the turnbuckle. Things are falling apart. Sure did, George. I forgot all about Callie. Oh, that's a good call, Lockwood. Yeah. When you can hit the mist in an unconventional situation, it's always a lot of fun. Actually, funny you should mention that. Great Muda had a great unintentional misting at one point. Well, I say unintentional. It was unorthodox. There was a cage match. I can't remember if it was the Chamber of Horrors or it was like the Thunderdome cage match in like 1989, 90, 91 WCW, somewhere around that time. And they were trying to have these pyro effects on the cage, but one of the effects actually caught fire and the cage caught fire, and Muda climbed the cage and misted the fire and put it out. So cold, man. Like only Muda was that cool. And like no panic, chill as all get out, and just knocked it right out. Fireman Muda.
She's the one. She's the one.
Has had a milestone reached this year. Earlier this year, she competed.
That could be a very soothsaying prediction there, George. I think we obviously do want to continue Jaida and Natty. I hope they get a lot of time to work, though, before that match breaks down, if it does end up something like that, because I'm very interested in seeing more of a program with Natty and Kendal. But I do want to close the book on Jaida and Natty, too, though. For Jaida, you know, it's a you know what I mean, sort of in a manner of speaking, get her groove back, find that toughness, make Natty walk back to the phrase that she was soft. Yeah. When Abdullah was electrocuted, that was the Chamber of Horrors match. I do remember that because Rick Steiner belly-to-belly suplexed him into the electric chair. 1991 WCW was a heck of a time. All right, we're back off of we're back off the commercial.
You can tell me about being the first woman to agree. But what is she squeaking?
I mean, because like I said, nobody's gonna speak up for her. She's got to do it herself, big. Nobody's advocating for Kalani.
She has come up short.
Oh, standing Spanish fly. It's the best one, the best type. Oh my goodness. Callie Armstrong just pounced Kendal Gray right through the desk chair. Because we didn't actually see it happen when it happened live, because action was in the ring. Kabuki did use mist, yes. Next Tuesday we got Shiloh Hill versus Nico Vance too. And you know what? Kalani has been working on bad legs. Look at what she did to Ren Sinclair. And Tatum could be in trouble.
That should not happen, big. That should not happen. We see it time again. People get shot. They didn't deserve it. Come on, man. Come on. Like I said, trying to get ready. I get it. Like I said,
Tatum selling that leg. You love to see it. And by the way, everybody, next week, Natty versus Kendal Gray. That's probably the closest we'll ever get to Brett versus Kurt Angle. Let that be a selling point for you next week. Man, Tatum keeps using her leg in offense, and she keeps paying the price for it. Oh, man. Another mini Harlem hangover. A Harlem buzz, if you will.
Right now, I mean, Kalani Joy knows exactly what she has to do with this matchup to get her to earn a title shot.
Let me say this about Kalani. She should have a chip on her shoulder. She didn't compete Sunday in the Great American.
All right, we're going to be winding down here. We're down to the last 5 minutes or so. Tatum climbing up top, though.
She wasn't on those big events. It's the reason why.
And nope, 450 rolls through, still holding that foot though. Jordan up top, crossbody misses. Tatum eyeing her. Suplex. Slingshot suplex, Tully style. And then rolling through into a perfect, oh, what was that? Fisherman buster, okay. Only two. And then rolls right into a submission. It's like a bow and arrow lock, sort of. She's trying to join her hands, man. She's going to snap Kalani in half if she gets that. Kalani going after that ankle, though. Stomp by Kalani. Oh, she's got it locked in now. She's wrenching on that ankle now. Tatum's going to have to tap or get the ropes. Oh, nope. She counters. Swing and a miss. Off the ropes. Roll up. Another rolling through in the O'Connor. They're going all the way into the ropes. And Kalani rolls right out of the ring.
This main event matchup, you think about all the tag team matches we've had tonight, you think about all the turmoil that we've seen, you think about all the chaos that is spewed out here, thinking about
Tatum, big shot to Kalani. Brings Kalani in the ring. She lands on her feet, sort of. Uh-oh, going for a split leg moonsault, maybe? No, she's going up top, but Tatum's on her feet. Super kick, no. She caught her on the bad leg, too. Tell you what, Tatum getting this leg worked in this match has been some great storytelling. Pump kick right to the bad leg. Striped over the rope. Oh, slingshot. Nope. Gets nothing. And a spinning kick, but using the bad leg again. She's going for cemetery drive, but can she hit it with the leg? Nope. What was that? A dragon screw? Hard to tell. It was a little too choreographed. Now, Kalani's got her up, kind of like a KOD. Plants her right on her face. Even Vic Joseph saying that was awkward. The work right now is so sloppy, but they're selling their injuries while they're being sloppy. So it almost works in a way. Split leg moonsault. 1, 2, and Kalani. Kalani wins. That got a little scary there at the end.
And maybe, just maybe, Book, the standout is done being overlooked on NXT.
No plan, no job, it's just business.
Okay. Well, that may do it tonight. Yeah, I know. I'm glad Booker's back too. He clearly was there's something unique he brings to NXT, to the vibe, which is helpful. Yeah, man is right. No bread, no water, just meat. So we'll see if Kalani gets in line with Kendal. Okay, Shamanica. Sounds like fun. And we're going to get Natty. And wait. Oh, I know who she is. She's Nikki Blackheart. I've heard about her.
We all know who that
She looks like a juiced up Roxy Perez.
That is one of the most talked about women
And she just dropped Tatum Paxley. And she's just torture racking Tatum Paxley. Although she almost just tripped and fell carrying her. Tatum's had a bad night. People are not taking good care of her in the ring. Let's get Tatum home and under a blanket or something so she can relax. She's had a hard day.
It's going to stop this woman in NXT.
Nikki Blackheart. So she's got a okay as a debut. I've heard good things about her. We'll see what comes to fruition with her. A little bit of a clunky debut, but they're putting her in with Tatum, which means, she's probably going to be getting taught really well. And we'll see what she's got to offer. So we'll see what happens. Well, we are off to the races. Next week, already fired up to be a great week of NXT. We're going to have 2 Fatal 4-Way matches, 1 tag team, 1 for women's North American title, #1 contenders. We're getting, Natty and Kendal Gray for the NXT title. Should be awesome. And we're going to see more about where this story goes. She didn't fall. I really love, you know what? Shout out to RT Rick for the Shockmaster reference. She didn't fall through a wall. She'll do okay. You know what? Shockmaster is our basement for debuts. So if you can do better than Shockmaster, the sky is still the limit for you. Good perspective, RT Rick. Thank you for helping us keep it positive. Much appreciated. I'm interested to see what she's all about because I've heard good things. So we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you all so much for joining me again, and especially after all the streams this weekend. And I will see you all again very soon. Thank you for all your compliments on the new set. We're hoping we can get some more use out of this with some more content each and every week. And of course, I'll see you next Tuesday, but be on the lookout for the channel for more stuff coming along as well. Until then, don't forget to be a mark, because being a mark means you believe, and believing makes wrestling better. You guys have a great night. Don't make enemies to the death with your friend. Make sure you can restore any of those relationships, and be a Miyagi, not a Sato. Have a great night, guys. Take care of yourself.